From not only Down in the Dirt magazine of A Night Shadow, but also Periodic Table Poems. The first one will be from the Periodic Table Poetry book, and then, because I wish this thing would work, my screen is totally out and it's bothering me. And I'm not able to get anything working on my computer. And the other ones would be from Twitterverse Periodic Table Poetry, and none of my screens are working at all. And that is a real problem. But the poem that I wanted to share with you was for Polonium. Might as well show it to you from the book here. Polonium. I might show you some Twitter length versions of it as well. But here we go. I hope you enjoy this. I have no idea. It's been a while since I've read these. So here you go. Check it out. This is Polonium. Not only in Down in the Dirt, but also in Periodic Table Poetry. I figure I've got the space. I might as well share this out with you guys. This is Polonium. In the Indonesian island Jawa, large turtle skeletons litter the plains. Because after the turtles come in from the ocean to lay their eggs, swarms of wild dogs there got together and pounced. Those wild dogs flip the turtles over and strip them completely from their shells before they're eaten alive. But we have to remember that life is a constant avoidance of death, since later on, many of those wild dogs who kill these turtles were prey to the tiger. So these are the things that later pounced upon them, and this is a cycle of life, because every birth is a prelude to death. Remember this. Don't forget. Keep in mind that the elemental polonium changes in a nuclear reaction to form polonium-210. Because the former Russian agent Alexander Lysyevsky, this is fun to read, was the first man to be poisoned to death from lethal injections from polonium-210 induced acute radiation. So yes, because life is a prelude to and a constant avoidance of death, this polonium-210 poisoning marked the beginning of an era of nuclear terrorism. I know, it's only a part of polonium, and they found the polonium as electrical conductivity changes with the temperature, making it perfect for eliminating static electricity. And because of its short half-life, its decay generates heat, so it's a convenient and light source to actually generate, what am I actually generating? To actually generate thermoelectric power in space. Satellites and lunar stations actually use it too, because it's great that for the space, non-moving parts are required for power from polonium. Yes, I know that it's radioactive. Marie Curie discovered polonium, named for her homeland, Poland, and even coined the phrase radioactive while working. She even worked so diligently that on her own wedding day, she wore a black dress, because she could then wear it to work, so that she had to get more work done later on. Marie Curie wore a black dress to her own wedding, and maybe she knew that life is a constant avoidance of death. Life is just a prelude to death. Because though polonium otherwise seems like a relatively harmless element, polonium-210 can still be used as the right element for nuclear terrorism. This is nuclear terror. With polonium, there's much to learn, because when alloyed, it can be a portable neutron source. Polonium is even used in making photographic plates, but Then again, polonium is the only component in cigarette smoke found in lab rats to produce cancer. Polonium was produced in World War II's Manhattan Project. It was even part of the design of the Fat Man bomb on Nagasaki. Yeah, polonium may have good qualities to us humans, but keep in mind that life is still a constant avoidance of death. So despite what good we look for in polonium, this element can also be the instrument of death. Remember this. Don't forget. So polonium, it was a long one, and it's funny because the beginning of that one, actually, because it talks about Indonesia, beginning parts of it are relevant in this book as well for covering Indonesia for travel, but that one, I know, I'm just going to close the book for a second. I do have it on a screen. I did a Poetry Saloon at Noon performance, a one-time thing, and I got photos from John. Thank you, John, for me being as, depictive as I am. I seeing myself doing stuff with hands. I think I was telling a story once, and my father then took both of my hands, and he goes, okay, now retell the story without using your hands so much. I'm like, oops, sorry about that. But anyway, the next two that I'm going to do are still polonium. I have two, count them, two for polonium that are in the book, not only in Down in the Dirt's A Night Shadow, but also in Kuypers Periodic Table Poetry. The first one is polonium, which you were hearing some of these things from in the long poem, Choose Your Fate, Cancer or Radiation. I might try to show that to you on a screen in a better quality. I'll try. This is polonium, Choose Your Fate, Cancer or Radiation. Polonium's really radioactive, a word Marie Curie created, and it's in cigarettes. Marie Curie discovered polonium, but its radiation can't cure you of cancer from smoking, and radioactively killed Marie Curie. A cigarette ember's glow is not like polonium's blue glow, but both can kill. Had to have a shot of smoking a cigarette in here at the same time. Thank you. Thank you for that one. And I think I did that one at the Gallery Cabaret, and I have a shot of me performing it where I don't have a lava filter on it. But anywho, the other short one I was going to share with you, I won't even give you an image. Well, I'll show you the image that is with it in the book. This one was a fun one to hear. Polonium 210 with Sparks Flying is the name of it. You try to see it in the book, but it's kind of hard, so I'll try to show it up to you on a screen as well. This is Polonium 210 with Sparks Flying. Very rare and highly volatile, radioactive polonium doesn't seem useful. Then how was Polonium 210 advertised in 1950's Firestone spark plugs? If claims were true, better ignition only lasted the 138-day half-life, so whether or not it was dangerous, it's now safe to order on eBay. I found that and I thought, that's a hysterical story. Yes, you can get it on eBay, these old spark plugs. And of course they don't last any long, but it's a funny idea, right? So anywho, there was your periodic table things from not only from Down in the Dirt, but periodic table poetry and Kuypers Periodic Table Poetry, and I'm done with my interjection, so I think it is time for a continuation, and I believe the next person on the round was Ron.